A little update on this mango seed. The husk is splitting. I got a little root coming out. I think I'm going to get it the rest of the way out of this if it's easy to cut. Seems kind of hard. Maybe that's not a root, it's coming from down there. It doesn't really look like a root. Alright, there's the mango seed. It's not a root, I don't know what that is. Part of the, how the seed was connected. That's quite a shell for that. Looks like that's where the root might be starting. Peanut seed has been placed over under the light. Starting to take off. Oh, there's a couple roots. Yeah, every time I gotta use the bathroom, let's go over here, get this remote going, get it warming up, and boy, it is getting cold tonight. I think I heard 20 degrees. Oh, ground's all crunchy, frozen. And a diesel heater going. I do not like sitting down on a cold toilet. Especially this cold. This is crazy. Nothing's getting worse. As far as the roof goes, that's good. I put a light down on the pump like I usually do to keep it from freezing, and I totally forgot don't have the heat on in here anymore. And we might, well, hopefully we didn't damage some pipes, because we certainly froze them. I can't even turn this to change the hot and cold setting on that. All locked up. Toilet's frozen. Can't flush it. Water heater is plugged in. Chance anything with that. Don't want to hurt my precious water heaters. Uh-oh, water heaters. Oh boy, I hope I didn't hurt anything on this. That line is definitely solid. I guess we'll have to see if it leaks tomorrow or whenever it thaws out. It's frozen already, so dang. It's one thing I've never had to do in here is winterize this RV. Make sure that water pump is off so when it does de-thaw, any broken pipes aren't gonna start spraying. Feels a little, doesn't feel too cold. Yeah, we're good down here. It's good, it didn't quite freeze for some reason. It's got some water coming out of there. Let's just take the hoses off. Leave them on tonight. Ooh, that one sure is frozen now. that side's frozen. This one wasn't. There's a little bit of ice in there, but it's didn't quite freeze on that side, so maybe we're okay on that. Hopefully. Let's go ahead and get that going. See if it'll start. 20 degrees tonight. Or so I heard. It feels a lot colder. Holy freaking balls. Yeah, that's still plenty full. It's good. $18 degrees out. Whew, that is freaking cold. I can smell that diesel starting up. Smells good. Let's keep patches thawed tonight. Get patches thawed out tonight, and then we'll figure out how to de-winterize this thing. I've never done it before. Patches is such a good solar oven. It's still pretty cold outside, but it's nice and warm in here. Things are looking good. No leaks. We did get a leak. Right at this T-fitting here. That's all. Feels like it's leaking from up here. Probably split the thing. So I'll need to stop at the hardware store and get just a straight coupler. This was teed off for a reverse osmosis system I tried out a long time ago. Though the park water was so bad it ruined it. I'll do that for now just so I can take a shower. Keep the water off the floor. Make sure to keep that pump off when I'm not using it. Yeah, 7 years using that fucking thing, and I broke it. Freezing weather. Kind of thought we were out to have the freezing weather. I wasn't really paying attention to it. That peanut is one fast-growing little plant there. Let's go ahead and give that some space. I'm gonna move it over. A little bit bigger tray there. Alright, get that transplanted. Got some room for those roots to grow out. Pretty crazy how big that stem is under that peanut seed. I was expecting it to just be... That is a pretty cool little plant. Okay, getting geared up to get some work done on this RV finally. Went and picked up some supplies to paint over the mold, seal it up. Got some primer, stain blocker, got some white paint, scraping tools. I think I'm going to scrape off all this acoustic stuff, or at least just all of it in the back bedroom here. I need to see all the wood and see what's bad and tear down the bad stuff and put up new panels. Or I might be completely stripping the roof all over again, down to its frame, and reinforcing it. I would like to run some more... I would probably need to take some measurements and go get some beams bent. If I want to go get some square tube and add some more support. If I go this direction, if I run some beams in between the existing curved beams, going horizontal, if I go vertical between them, then I don't have to worry about bending them. It'll give me some places to screw down the plywood a little better. There's just these big panels that are only fastened on the edges and not anywhere in the middle, so there's just no support on the edges going this way. There's nothing to mount it to. Except for these few, like there's 2 roof support steel beams in the back bedroom, there's 2 up here, and like maybe 1 right here somewhere. Very little support for the roof, so Thinking I'll go get some steel, reinforce that, and get some more insulation. Just redo that, I think. I don't know. That's going to be a lot of work. I might just reseal the roof. And work my way down. I don't know. Probably gonna take all the lighting down. Just take everything out. Figure out where to go take a new shower. Or a new spot for a shower. I'm gonna get some tarps. I got a new water heater on the way. That should be here today. At some point. Since that's all busted up now. And yeah, just do some tarps out in the woods behind the shed here. Do some kind of makeshift shower. In the meantime, and then we'll reinstall it. Maybe not even in the shower anymore. Give me a little more room. I am so tired of hitting my elbow on this thing. There's not enough room in here. So I might do something creative with that. I don't know yet. I'm still deciding how. I am pretty burnt out on everything. It's been a real past few days just trying to build up motivation for this. To do anything. Sleeping schedule is completely at 4 a.m. Slept maybe 2 hours. So anyway, make sure that's still warm and turned on. I don't think we're getting down to freezing temperatures anymore. It's been raining. Yeah, then we'll go around, strip off, tear down the walls. At least on the inside, and then tear them down on the outside wherever it looks bad. Well, I don't know. We're going to start somewhere and figure it out along the way. Got my lighting in here to prepare for and take down all this stuff, I think. If I strip the roof completely out, then I can rebuild it the way I want it and have a lot more support for the panels. Because I don't like how the panels don't have anywhere to screw to. I mean, I could have marked out where these few beams are in the roof, steel beams, and screwed to those, but that would have been just a couple of panels. Needs more support up there. Or I need to rebuild it in here. A lot of the support comes from the panels from the underneath here. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I'll wait for that water heater to get here before I go make my temporary shower before I go tearing this one down. This shower is not too bad off. Solid sidewall. That wall's solid. This one's all screwed up though. So I can pull that out and just put a new panel in. Repaint it. Strip all this old wallpaper stuff off. Needs an L bracket or two up here. Since I removed the screw through the roof. That's also going to be an issue trying to pull down. Yeah, I'm going to have to... If I go too crazy with this, I'm going to have to take all my cabinets out as well. So maybe I'll just patch up the roof as, minimal amount of patching on the roof. Minimal amount of patching in here. I don't know. I can get to all this stuff and paint it, seal it up. I need to measure these beams to figure out how big they are, so I need to get some more. Because I also need to rebuild this door frame. It's like an 1.25 inch steel beam. Oh boy, yeah. Well, stay tuned. We're getting into it. Also want to take this furnace out. Don't really need that anymore, nor do I need that 15-gallon propane tank. Without that furnace, that big old tank's completely unnecessary. I just go with those 5-gallon bottles that are easy to find to run the stove, or if you even use that, I think I'll just bring a hot plate in here. I like that hot plate. That seems to work pretty good, and I'm running the generator pretty much all the time anyway. So yeah, we'll try and take this furnace out back here. Probably just needs a little work on the controller to get it to function again. It doesn't try to ignite anymore, so the igniter could be bad. Could be an easy fix. I don't care. It's 30 years old. 30-year-old hose. Taking that out of there will also help free up things. And then we'll just go with diesel heater only. Which works, which is fine for me. Need to get a bigger diesel tank. Got one picked out. One thing at a time, though. I'm gonna strip this down and make it livable again. The carpet needs to come out as well. I'm gonna yank all that up. I'm not gonna feel comfortable being in here with, you know, I don't want to have to sit in here wondering if I missed something. So strip all the carpet out, even if I don't put any carpet back in right away or anything at all for that matter. I'll at least open it up and let me see what's underneath there. Clean it, paint it, seal it. Maybe get some carpet tiles. Need to rebuild a computer desk. Or maybe I'll just go pick one up. Well, yeah, we'll just reattach the table or rebuild it somehow. I'll put it, I'm just going to do something different with that. Get rid of this window. Get rid of all the windows except for these front ones. And just they're just pieces of junk. They don't seal. It's garbage. But I think I will go ahead and leave. I think I want to try and leave as much of the good stuff as possible to save on work. I don't know, I'm waiting. I'm still not really feeling like myself today. I want to wait for that water heater to get here. I don't like not knowing where I'm going to be taking a shower. I don't like not having a shower. Some more lighting. I'm going to take everything down, I think. There's also the sink. I think I'm just going to leave that out. It'll help me save on plumbing since I need to replace, well, there's at least one leaky fitting now from the freezing weather under that sink. And again, 30-year-old plumbing. I think I'm just going to go ahead and replace it all with some Apex, something I'm quite familiar with after doing water filter installation, repair and maintenance for a water company. Installed water softeners. Anyway, yeah, Apex and crimp fittings, and I'll just go with that. Apex, from what I understand, is pretty winterproof. Pipes can freeze over, and they do pretty good for not breaking. It's nice having that right there when I'm shaving and stuff. But it's an old RV. Let's just do the minimal amount of everything. I'll put these handles back on here, just so they're kept with it when I take it out. Took them off to remind me not to use it because there's a crack right there in the old plastic. So I'll take out that sink and just have a countertop storage, or we'll take it out. I also humored the idea of ripping out this shower completely and rebuilding it right here and have a toilet and shower combo, which I really like the idea of. And you just, I don't know, I think kind of makes it easy to clean, I think, and save space if we just put that in there. I mean, that needs to be a little bit bigger if I do that, but yeah, I think I like that idea. But yeah, we'll see how well the walls turn out. I think I am going to get a new toilet. I have it picked out. It might be okay, but the seal, I think, is going bad in it. I'm just going to replace it. It's time. Probably relocate the heater down below, the water heater there, which I use for doing dishes. I believe that is too small to take a shower. I might try it, but I like the option of having something that can heat water with propane. That is unlimited, non-stop, super hot water. I like those propane heaters. Unless they get really cold. That is one thing that's a downside to these, if it doesn't do as good heating up the water. I also like the idea of putting that, or the new one anyway, in its own little access cubby or storage compartment. Vented, of course. Kind of vented compartment for the water heaters. Water heater, and that can go in the cabinet. I don't know. I've got a lot of figuring out here to do. Alright, water heater showed up. Let's unbox it and see what we got. I cannot find the same model I got in there, so I just got this one from Gasland. Seems to be pretty much the same thing. It's just it comes in the color red. There's a temperature gauge on it. Double check where this hole is, make sure there's no dents. So I got some parts here probably. Probably gonna have to go get the hose adapter off the old water heater. Yeah, I got a regulator, shower head. New shower head, that'll be nice. My shower just kind of getting all gummed up. Not just from calcium deposit, it seems to be getting old and worn down and kind of hard to adjust the settings on it. Ooh, that's kind of fancy looking. Feels cheap as hell though. Ooh, that's kind of handy. Oh wow, I really like that. My current one has a switch on it and I can barely get my finger to grab it when I'm all wet, slippery. That is quite the genius. You can save water. I like that. Okay, shower head hose, mounting stuff, a little wrench. Got the Does it come with a hose adapter? Yeah, I think it does. I think it's got the hose adapters already. That's cool. Ooh, I like how there's an actual chimney on it. That is awesome. So I can put like a dryer hose on there and vent it better than the last one. Same carry handle deal, that's good. I'll be able to hang this in a little tarp tent I'm going to make. Just a cheap or a quick shower. Make it a 2x2s or something. Everything looking pretty good. Sweet. Now I'm just gotta give it a test. Yeah, I really like that. That'd be nice if I go to set that, install this to a cabinet of its own. Hook up a chimney. I like the little temperature gauge. I have yet to see how accurate that is, but tighten. Yeah, tighten basic stuff. That's actually a good tip. Alright, I like it. It's actually rather nice. Some batteries. Double D's? Yes. 2 pairs of D's. Alright, I'm happy now. We got a replacement water heater. I've got to have my showers. This is a bit bigger, isn't it? Yeah, that's way bigger. I wonder if that's puts out any more heat. So what we got for BTUs, 41,000 BTU hours, whatever that means. Does this have BTU / hour rating? 11,000 kilowatt. So 11,000 doesn't have BTU. 1,000 watt. Does this have a watt output? I don't know. I'm sure it's gonna work at least just the same. It does seem a bit bigger. Ooh, and I like the mounts on the back. Those are looking way more appropriate than the dinky little single one I have on the one that's in here now. It's just a one little screw that often works its way out and gets loose. Got 3 on the bottom, 1 on the top. Served me well, this thing. 5.5 liters per minute, 20 to 80 psi, 1.46 gallons per minute. Yeah, this thing is much smaller. In size anyway, I don't know if there's any power output difference. Kind of looks like there is. This is describing its heat output in watts though, and this is saying in BTU, so I don't know what to do. What that conversion, if that converts the same, but yeah, there it is. The old Eco Temp. Which I actually really like. This thing is nice and a nice portable size to it. This is a little less portable looking, but still got the handle. Really nice. I picked there's white and red on this model, so I got the red because it's cooler. That's interesting. It's got this little knob here with the sunshine and a cold symbol. I wonder if that's for, like I was just saying, in the winter. It's like a boost or something. You know, I've seen people, or I've heard about people installing these outside their RV, and when winter comes, they actually stop working because it's so cold. So I wonder if that's what that's for. Yeah, not putting that back in here. That was a pain in the butt. The shower's already small. Always hit my elbow on that thing. We got a lot of work to do here. If I rebuild, I think I'm going to rebuild the shower up against the wall, and instead of having this gap back here, I'll just install the handles on the side. But we'll see where we go with this craziness here. A lot of work to do. For right now, I'm just going to install this outdoors with a hose, some 2x2s, and a tarp. Just keep it simple. And then we'll keep you updated when we get to that point. Batteries out here, these are pretty much new. The first set I put in here lasted almost a full 7 years. These have only been in here for a year, I think. So like 6 years on those first D batteries. That come out. Yeah, these go forever in these things. Maybe not in this one since it has a little display on it. Let's see if we can see any damage. I'm sure it just split the copper pipe. Pretty nice. Got some spare parts though. Got a spare igniter, regulator, adjustment valves, the solenoid, propane solenoid. And nothing too obvious. It doesn't look like copper. Whatever it is, it's split somewhere, which really sucks. Oh well. Yeah, no obvious damage. But we'll go through this later, and maybe we can just solder up and solder a crack too and get this working again. Or like I said, keep it as spare parts. That makes a little more sense. I'll throw this in the storage unit with all my other spare parts, components, and extra diesel heaters. I feel this is one of those essential things, like a diesel heater. I don't bathe no dang cold water. Life support systems you must have at the ready all the time. Probably comes on only when the water starts flowing. Ooh, I like the little indicator window. It's a little bit bigger than this one. Oh, that should be really nice to have. Then I don't have to worry about completely tearing down patches. I can take a shower. There's a toilet up in that storage shed, so yeah, I'll get my shower relocated and then we can tear this thing down. Tear it down to the ground. I'll get rid of this big old heavy door too. Just use a curtain, I think. I like this. I like the door, but it's floppy, and this thing has actually popped off the hinge once and broke this foot. There's a broken bone right there. It healed okay, but that really sucked. A rubber grommet to get this through there. I'm gonna have to take it out. I do believe I split that. Another way to get that on. A spare regulator. Which, I think these have different ratings, don't they? If I ever use that as a spare, we'll double check and make sure this is appropriate size. But yeah, we'll put that up in a box. Save it for parts. I like how this comes preset in Freedom units. It's nice.